Hello, hello. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. Please do subscribe and turn on that notification bell. And if this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Right now, we're going to be doing a live ClairTarot reading for Aries for the first half of July 2019. Now, as we know, soul doesn't work with Gregorian calendars or linear time. So if you find this to be applicable earlier or later than the first half of July, perfect, perfect. And if you get upset at whatever information comes up, you got to deal with that shit privately, okay? Not my fault. That's just the energy. All right. Let me just move this because the sun is in my face. All right, guys, we're going to get started. Aries, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Let's go ahead. Ooh, I can't get out of the sun. The sun makes me so dizzy. Makes me so dizzy. All right, guys, let's get started with this. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Aries, it seems like you are totally entering a phase of your journey where you're not just settling for anything, for just anything, you know, no more of that bare minimum, no more of allowing yourself to be taken advantage of. I think you're slowly coming to terms with the fact that some of the relationships and friendships that you thought were a certain way, you're recognizing it's not. That it's not mutually beneficial. And I don't think you're okay with that anymore. If you look at card number 18, spirals of manifestation, you're focused. You're absolutely focused on what it is you're co-creating. This is a good thing. This is a very, very good thing because for a very long time, it's been pretty much since I started doing readings earlier this year, it's been a consistent theme for Aries to kind of get involved in other people's drama, not because you love drama, but because your loyalty. You're a very, very loyal kind of person. And sometimes you end up having this level of loyalty for people who just are not very deserving of that level of loyalty. They're not reciprocating it. And that's causing a lot of problems because of the fact that they see that you're willing to go to war for them and they're manipulating you and using you as an attack dog instead of, you know, appreciating you as a genuine friend who's willing to defend them. So I think that's coming to an end, an abrupt halt. You might see relationships just disintegrating before your eyes. It's not necessarily that you've changed. It's not necessarily that you no longer care or you're no longer a good friend. It's more of you're recognizing whatever that circumstance is for what it is, that you're being taken advantage of and have been being taken advantage of by certain individuals. So that's going to be ending. Card number 43, come to life. You're needing some sweetness in your life again. You've struggled quite a bit over the past few months. There's been a lot of hurt. Most of this has kind of been self-inflicted. Okay. And I don't say that in a judgmental way. I say that in my observation of the energy. You haven't been aware that it's almost as though because you're so loyal to certain people, you've been enabling their abuse of you, their abuse of your friendship. And again, you know, that's going to be stopping. You're getting messages from soul. Usually this card has a different meaning for me, but for you guys today, the monkey mind, the human mind is becoming aware that there's a need for sweetness. Okay. Usually what this tells me is you're trying to make something look sweeter than it is. And for you, no. This is you trying to spread more sweetness into your life. It's become a very positive thing where you're empowering yourself. You're taking the steps to really begin your self-healing process. You're going through your circle of friends and you're kind of taking stock of like, you know, are you here just for the benefit, or are you really a part of my circle? And those questions need to be asked, okay? You don't necessarily have to ask that of the individual, like confront them, but you do have to ask those questions to yourself, okay? You have to make sure the people who are in your boat are actually rowing with you instead of drilling holes. So your next card number 6, shock of the new. Now, I never noticed this before. She has 2 different colored eyes, dichromatic eyes. Now, what does that mean? It means you've been seeing things in 2 different lights, okay? Now, I'm not talking about people with physiological dichromatic eyes. I'm talking about the imagery. You've been seeing things in 2 different lights, and now is the time for you to really reconcile the differences between the 2. You have one way of seeing things which helps to kind of perpetuate these cycles that you've been participating in, these cycles that really haven't grown you much. All of these cycles, all it's done is just perpetuate the same old. And I think you're finally allowing yourself to outgrow the cycles and really move forward in your spiritual journey. That's a beautiful thing. That's a very empowering thing. It's going to take a lot of you communicating, okay? Allowing that higher heart to lift all the way up into the throat so that you can begin expressing yourself in a way that will really help people to understand what it is you need from them, the interactions that you have with your friends, these connections. Because again, people won't know what you need if you're not going to express it. Okay, and Aries, you have a tendency to not express your needs. You have a tendency to just, be that ride or die friend, and you're not letting your friends know, like, I need you. I need you to listen to me. I need you to be gentle with me right now. I need reassurance. You're going to have to begin communicating your needs. People are not going to try and read your mind because Aries has such a fire about them. They don't want to piss you off. So, you're going to have to come to terms with that. You're going to have to begin communicating. You're also going to have to take stock of the friendships that you have right now. Let's get you guys a couple more cards. Let's do the kitty cards. So let's see. What do the meow meows have to say to you? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, all of this makes sense to me. All of it. So you have Ace of Diamonds. You are needing to put everything away and just sit with yourself, okay? Everything, meaning all the nonsensical drama and connections and distractions, put that all away for now. You have to sit with yourself for a time and see exactly where you're at on your journey. Okay, you haven't done that in a while, and it's needing to be done at this point. You're needing to take stock of exactly what's happened in the past few months and figure out where you need to, what direction you need to go towards. Okay, this is not you trying to figure out your entire life. This is you taking stock of what's happened in the past few months, because these past few months, for most of you, have probably been a blur. Okay, now your next card is 7 of Clubs. This is about training, being a badass, which Aries, you already are. You're a badass, but you're training yourself to be a badass on a whole different level, in a whole nother capacity. It's more than just your ability to argue. It's more than just your ability to be confrontational, because you've already mastered that. Now you're needing to work on your badassery in the softer forms, okay? True power actually lies in how soft you can choose to remain in the face of adversity. This is not about allowing yourself to be a doormat. This is about recognizing you don't have to prove anything, okay? You're not in competition with anyone. You know your worth. You know how you can bring it. You know what you can do when it needs to be done. And so just chill. Just chill. You don't have to always prove that you can kick ass. And as a matter of fact, usually the ones that can kick ass, like really seriously kick ass, are the ones that are kind of just like, yeah, I can. I don't really want to unless you force me to, but yeah, no, I can, I guess, if you really need to know that. Okay, so just kind of embody that where you know you can get the job done in the way that it needs to be done, but you don't need to prove it to anyone anymore. Okay, so King of Spades, self-sufficiency. It's also about being in the woods, being in nature. Now, trees, they have an interconnected system. They actually communicate with each other. The science is finding these things out. This is not new information. Okay, the trees communicate with each other. They actually have feelings and thoughts. Sounds a little bit hokey, but it's actually the truth as I've come to realize it. And this is telling you you're part of a system. Okay, you're part of a network of souls working together. You don't have to do this alone. This goes back to the need of communicating. Okay, you have to communicate with your circle, whether it be your circle of friends, whether it be your circle of souls. You have to begin that communication process. You can't just be all up bottled in your feelings, ready to burn things down. That's not going to serve you anymore. Not at this point in your development. Okay, you're growing past that, and you're really, really ripening yourself and your understanding. So let us get you a question answered. I want you to think of the question or the concern that has been weighing most heavily on you, okay? It doesn't matter how silly it seems. You don't have to comment it. Just think about it. Think about what has been really, really weighing heavily on you, and we are going to get you an answer from your soul, okay? So think about that question. All right. All right. So you're being asked to get more information. I think maybe before you make your final decision, you have to make sure you have all the facts. You have to make sure you have all the details and understand them for the truth of the matter, not other people's opinions. Okay. This might be some sort of circumstance, like a final drama that you're trying to remove yourself from, and you still feel a little bit of an obligation to defend someone else, but you don't know everything that's going on. And if you begin to realize, this person is always having problems with other people, why am I always fighting their battles for them? Maybe it's time for me to leave. Okay, well, you're going in the right direction. Leaving might be the best thing. Now, if that's not your question, think about how this fits in. You're going in the right direction. Maybe you feel lost. Maybe this is your soul letting you know there's nothing lost about you. You're traveling in a way and direction that's unfamiliar. It's an unknown, and you just think you're lost, but you're really not. You're absolutely on course. Okay, so those are the two answers that you guys got. Let's go ahead. I get my new Lemurian, sulfur Lemurian. Is it a generator? I don't remember. I don't know. I saw it on the shelf at the crystal shop, and I was like, you're coming home with me. And it did. It came home with me. So here we go. There's a message from Soul. You like it, Jasmine? It's supposed to help with intense emotions and grieving and stuff like that. So I got it. All right, let's get you guys. Card. Oh, there you go. There you go. Not only are you rising, a hand is being extended to you to help pull you up, okay? You're going to receive the help that you need once you ask for it. So card number 41, Victory of Miriam. Dun, dun, dun. All right. You are longing to caress the moon. Don't turn away from it. If you are not ill, why do you crawl under a blanket to hide? You are in a quarry of sweets. Why do you look so sour? You live in the spring of life. Why are you withered inside? Don't fight against yourself. Don't flee from what could be your glory. Like a fearless moth, dive into the flame. Why be linked to your obsessions? Burn out in the flames until your heart and soul are enlightened. Get out of the old carcass and form yourself a new body. Why are you afraid of a fox when you descend from lions? Why be a lame ass when you have the strength of stallions? The beloved you seek will arrive to open the door to your fortune, for love is a key that opens all your locks. You feel you are immortal, and I know you're divine. You feel you're not ready for the task, and I know that triumph is only moments away. You reach to me for protection, but you are me, and the protection that you seek is already with you. We are not apart. I'm living through all that you are and all that you love, all that you have lost, and all that you offer to me in surrender. I am in you as your courage and magnificence, and any task I send to you is simply one of the tasks for which you were born. You are an eagle with wings ready to soar. So I push you from the cliff top that you may know yourself. And maybe that's what's going on. Maybe these connections with individuals that are needing to kind of come to an end, maybe they're pushing you and pushing you and pushing you so that you can lose your fear of flying. Maybe it's their final push that sends you over the edge of that cliff, only to realize you can fly. Okay, Aries? You've been through a lot. You really, really have. A lot of stress, a lot of confusion. And now it's time for you to remove yourself from that continuous cycle of struggle. You have the authority, you have the ability, you just have to choose to do it. The only thing you're waiting for is you. Okay, Aries? So if this reading resonated, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell, and join me every time I'm live. I'm going to be doing another reading for Taurus. We're going to be calling out Taurus. I love Taurus. We're going to be talking with Taurus next. So if you are a Taurus sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or you just want to cross watch, join me in a few minutes. See you guys. Bye.